The sun beats down upon your shoulders. You pull your hood tighter around your face, hoping it'll help against the punishing heat. All around you, the landscape seems to shimmer with a heat haze. In the distance, you can just make out the shapes of mesas that seem to rise up from the sand like jagged teeth. And what is that sound you hear? A low humming resonates through the air. It's coming from the canyons ahead, and it seems to be getting louder by the second. What could it be? Is it friendly, or should you turn back while you still have the chance? Welcome to my channel. Today we are exploring the Serenti Wastes. If you want to find this place on the map, then you'll need to head to mythic landscapes and enchanted realms. This is an area full of wonder, where magic is as common as the rolling hills and rivers are made of honey. Here you can get lost in the giant flower fields of the Everbloom thicket or the whispering woodlands. There's also the option to take a cruise on the river Styx and see the 6 circles of hell firsthand. But if you don't fancy any of those locations, then perhaps you could visit the desert instead. The moment you step into this place, you know you're not in Kansas anymore. The sand is black, cracked and rough underfoot, stretched out as far as the eye can see, while the sky above looks like a patchwork quilt of purple, orange, and pink clouds. Towering mesas protrude from the ground like gigantic pieces of pie. And if you listen closely, you can hear the wind whistling between the rocks and across the sand dunes. As you continue your journey into the wasteland, you begin to notice smaller details. Strange plants with pale yellow flowers poke their heads up from the sand. Sometimes you'll see small animals scurry across your path, but they disappear back into the sand before you can get a good look at them. The air hangs heavy with the smell of cinnamon and nutmeg, and there's a strange energy in the air that makes the hairs on the back of your neck stand up. You're not sure if it's friendly or malevolent, but you do know one thing: you're not alone. There's a figure standing at the top of a nearby mesa, silhouetted against the vibrant sky. As you watch, he turns and jumps onto his mount, a massive creature with fur like polished obsidian and eyes like glowing embers. Together, they disappear over the next dune, leaving you with a sense of foreboding and a growing feeling that you're being watched. This landscape is known as the Sentient Wasteland, and it's a place of great power and mystery. Some say it's the home of ancient spirits who roam the desert at night, singing songs of forgotten lore. Others claim it's a gateway to other realms, a place where the veil between worlds is at its thinnest. Whatever the truth may be, there's something about this place that draws people in and doesn't let them go. That must be the source of the strange humming you heard earlier. Could it be a spirit, or maybe a song? The answer, my friend, lies ahead. It is time for our adventure to begin. Before we go further, I want to take a moment to talk about something important. When you enter this place, you'll probably notice how empty it is. There's no NPCs to help guide you, no quest markers to tell you where to go. At first, it might seem a little overwhelming, but that's by design. This place is meant to be explored on your own terms. It's a sandbox for you to play in, a world where you can make your own fun. That being said, there are a few things you should keep in mind. First, this is a dangerous place. The spirits that roam these wastes are not to be trifled with. They're powerful and unpredictable, and will attack anyone who enters their domain without respect. So be careful where you go and what you do. Second, you're not alone in this world. There are other adventurers out there looking for treasure and glory. Some are friendly, and some are not. Be wary of who you trust, because not everyone has your best interests at heart. Finally, this is a world of magic and mystery. There are strange and wonderful things to be found here if you know where to look. So keep your eyes open and your mind sharper. You never know what you might find around the next dune. With that said, it's time to begin your adventure. What will you do first? Will you explore the vast desert or seek out the spirits that dwell here? The choice is yours. You decide to heed the advice given to you and start exploring the endless vistas of the desert. After walking for hours, you finally spot some ruins in the distance. The closer you get, the more you realize this isn't just any building. It's a massive pyramid made entirely of black obsidian. It shimmers in the sunlight and looks like it could be a portal to another realm. The entrance is guarded by two huge statues that look like they recarved from the same rock as the pyramid itself. Each statue is armed with a spear and a shield, and their faces are weathered with age. What do? Do you try to sneak past the statues or investigate further? Let's go back to our main character. He decided to approach the pyramid cautiously, not wanting to attract any unwanted attention. The main character had learned from experience not to trust anything that seemed too perfect in this world. As he drew closer, he noticed intricate patterns etched into the surface of the pyramid. He traced his fingers over the carvings and felt a jolt of energy surge through him. Suddenly, the statues guarding the entrance began to move. They stepped forward, blocking the path to the pyramid. Their eyes glowed with an eerie light, and their expressions were fierce and menacing. The main character knew he couldn't defeat them in combat, so he tried to reason with them. He explained that he meant them no harm and only wanted to explore the pyramid. The statues remained unmoved, their voices echoing with power. They stated that only those who had earned their respect could pass, and the main character had yet to prove himself. Determined to succeed, the main character looked around for a way to impress the statues. His eyes fell on the intricate carvings on the pyramid wall. He remembered that one of the patterns was similar to a symbol he had seen on an ancient scroll depicting a powerful spell. With a deep breath, the main character channeled his magic and began to weave the spell. The statues watched intently as the energy around the main character grew. Finally, he finished the incantation, and the pyramid rumbled as if awakened from a long slumber. The statues lowered their spears and stepped aside, allowing the main character to enter. With a grateful nod, the main character thanked them and walked into the darkness of the pyramid. To be continued. Well, folks, that's all the time we have for today's adventure. But fear not, the story of the main character in the Sentient Wastes is far from over. Join us next time as he delves deeper into the pyramid and discovers its secrets. What treasures await him inside? What dangers will he face, and will he ever escape the sentient wasteland? All these questions and more will be answered in the next installment. So be sure to stay tuned and join us next time for another thrilling chapter. Until then, keep adventuring, my friends, and remember, the greatest treasures are often found in the most unexpected places.